What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Today we're going to be discussing what's going on in the crypto market. We're going to be discussing the projects which I would be betting big on right now and buying, doubling down on, whatever. I want to give a, full disclaimer here. I'm actually not buying right now. So when I say coins I'd be buying or whatever, I'm talking about if I had brand new fresh cash and I had no exposure to crypto. I'm already heavily overexposed. So right now I'm not buying any blue chips, at least, that's for sure. But I am looking at some shorter term opportunities with altcoins, meme coins, and lower caps, right? So if I see opportunities with some of the memes, then I'm going to pounce and I'm going to drop a buy alert in the group. But right now, I'm pretty happy with my allocations in my highest conviction plays, such as Sui, Aerodrome, Ondo, and those types of plays, right? I'm very, very happy with my allocations, but I will be looking for some meme coins. So that's something to stay tuned for. We will discuss meme coins a little bit in this live stream as well today, because if you go and look at the top gainers, we are actually getting quite a big rally with some of the meme coins. Bonk is up 22% today, Floki up 13%, Whiff up 7%. So is meme season coming back? That's the question. And Hex up a lot. Many would consider that one a meme coin as well. But yeah, I mean, crypto market looking pretty good today after we had a little bit of a dump, right? A little bit of a dump, nothing major. But the question is, are we ready to go full alt season mode, full risk on? I don't know if we're just ready just yet. Okay. I just don't think we're ready just yet. But I think we will be ready very shortly. It's not going to take time. It's not going to take long. It's just going to take maybe a week, 2 weeks, and then we will enter probably some form of an alt season. That's my view. And I'll discuss the reasons why I think that, obviously, in today's live stream. But get your questions in, get your comments in, smash the likes as well, help out with the channel. But yeah, if we look at Bitcoin here, there's a really key level I want everyone to kind of be aware of and have it marked out on your charts. And that level is 110K, right? 110K. We've rejected from that level numerous times. So I would be looking at Bitcoin and I would be waiting for a break of that 110K level. It's not far from here. By the time we break it, it's not like the altcoins are going to be up 50%. It's not far at all. But I wouldn't be FOMOing in right now because it's risky, right? We could literally go back up, have another rejection, and then come back down. So I wouldn't be necessarily in a big rush to buy altcoins currently until we see how we interact with that 110K again. Because if we go up, we have another rejection, we're probably coming back down again, right? So it's just something to be aware of. We're not in the clear. We're not out of the woods. We're not necessarily in price discovery or a breakout or anything like that just yet. But if we do break above this level that we've had as resistance a couple times now, we will be very bullish. And I would expect that to be the trigger point of when we see a massive rally with the altcoins. And a lot of money will start to flow in the space as you see new all-time highs on Bitcoin, right? Because whenever Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, you hear it all over the news. CNBC, Bloomberg, all these channels are talking about Bitcoin again. And it brings a whole new wave of hype into the market and a whole new wave of retail, thus pumping our bags. So that's the level I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And as we know, Bitcoin largely drives these markets. I was looking at Bitcoin the other day and the stochastic RSI was, extremely high. And we had a rejection at 110K. It did just seem likely we were going to have a bit of a drawdown. And we did, right? We came down to 107. I still think maybe we could come down to 105 if we reject again here. But overall, the macro structure on Bitcoin is looking bullish. We just need to get above that level that we've rejected at now quite a few times. Once we do, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful rally. And we're all going to make a ton of money. Bitcoin dominance as well. I've just made a video on Bitcoin dominance, so I highly recommend you give that a watch when you can. I discuss numerous misconceptions when it comes to Bitcoin dominance. the idea that you can't make money while it's going up with alts, and various other misconceptions, which are really, really, really important. So, guys, make sure you watch that video when you get the chance. It is a massive, massive must watch. But yeah, BTC dominance still looking fine. It's still below that 66% level. As long as we stay below that, we are, brewing a potential alt season. That's kind of how I see it. If we get above 66%, then it's either going to be delayed or it's just not going to happen at all. One of the two. And you can take your guess on which one you think it will be. But yeah, looking pretty good right now. Still, still room for some short-term chop until we get above 110. But to me, the market is looking fine, right? We might see 105K, maybe 102, but it's not going to be the end of the world. These are just great buying opportunities if we see those levels. So yeah, those are the coins I'm betting on right now, including the VIP gem. If you want to know the VIP gem, obviously it's in the name, VIP. You've got to get in the group. I'm going to be increasing the price very shortly for the VIP. Once Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, the price will be going up because we've had a massive surge of demand lately for this group, and no one cancels. It's very rare that people cancel because they make so much money, they get so much alpha, daily voice chats. It's an incredible value proposition. So I need to increase the price just because there's too many people joining, and I want to keep the group, tight knit. And because I like the way it is right now. Everyone knows each other. It's a very tight knit community. Sometimes when these communities get too big, it can actually reduce a bit of the value there. So my goal is always to keep it tight knit, and to do so, the only way I can do it is either limit it or increase the price. And I don't want to put a complete cap on the group. I want to make sure that people can still have the opportunity to join. So yeah, Bitcoin looking fine. Altcoins looking pretty green today. And we'll talk about which meme coins I'd be buying, since it looks like we're getting a mini meme coin rally here. So in terms of meme coins, I did put a video out a few days ago, but we've got Fartcoin. This is like a higher conviction meme coin just because of how strong this community is now and how strong the branding is. And then I'm really liking the meme coins on Say right now. You've got Sayan token as a meme coin on Say. And then you've also got Milli, MILLI, another meme coin on Say. I think once Say breaks out on its next major move up, which I'm targeting just below 50 cents for, I think those meme coins on Say are going to have a pretty big bounce. So allocate accordingly. Obviously, they're very risky. Don't go all in. But I think those meme coins on Say definitely have some legs when Say starts pumping again. And what else do I like? I like MPC. This is a meme on Base. In terms of memes, I like memes which are either very much linked to that chain they're on. So with Say, I like the Say memes because I think Say is going to do great. Or I like the cultural memes. Those are the ones I also like. The cultural memes, because they're more cult orientated, right? They're not just a random dog with a random name. They actually have a following. There's actually a cult following with that meme, and there's a community which like the meme. And I would say that's the case with the MPC meme. I would say that's also the case with the GigaChad meme. I think that's a decent one as well. And Chill Guy, that's another kind of cultural meme which I like. Just a chill guy. I gave a call for this one in the VIP, and it's seen some nice price appreciation. Looks like it's beginning the next leg up. So those are some of the memes on my radar. If you want to see my meme coin buy alerts, obviously you got to be in the Discord. You'll get them in real time, and you'll be able to buy before the rest of the crowd start jumping in and pump our bags, right? You'll get in early. So let's go through some of the comments, guys. Smash the likes as you're joining the stream. That really does help out. That's all I ask from you, is that you hit the like button here on the Sunday. I've already made a video today. This is another video. Another stream or video. And then I'm going to be dropping another video later as well on Ondo. And at midnight, I'm going to be in the VIP in the Discord for the weekly close. I'm going to be in the voice chat there talking to all the members. So it's nonstop for me on a Sunday. It doesn't matter what day it is out of the week. I'm pushing out the content. So all I ask is that you drop a like. Thank you, Luke, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. This morning, I sold half my Ondo and all of my Say, hoping for a dip. Was that a smart move, or should I just buy back in now? I don't want to miss the bull run. Yeah, I would not be selling half my Ondo and all of my Say. Those are literally probably my two most bullish coins right now. I did shave a little bit off my portfolio a few days ago, but I had to do it. I had to do it because I had a property purchase. So I had to shave a little bit off my portfolio to fund that payment, right? Because I'm also a property investor as well as a crypto investor. So I had to just take a little bit off the table to purchase that investment property. But I didn't take anything away from Ondo and Say. Those two, I kept all of my positions in those because they are literally looking primed for a massive run up. So it's up to you what you do, buddy, but I would not be selling any Ondo and I would not be selling any Say, that's for sure. Both of them look primed. And Ondo is on an insane discount. Like, if you're ignoring Ondo at these levels, I think you're daft, in my opinion. If you're just like looking at Ondo below $1 and thinking, why would you want to buy this? You probably haven't got a clue about crypto, because there's a massive tokenization narrative brewing, and Ondo are making massive moves. They're acquiring companies, they're partnering with some of the biggest names in the financial world. It's a no-brainer, Ondo. Anywhere below $1, you can buy this. You're an absolute genius. Or you'll look like an absolute genius in a few months. Yeah, the tariff deadline got postponed until August 1st. That's just bullish. Just kicks the can down the road even further. Mog up 8%. Nice. Steven, how's it going? Archie, is Beam a good buy now? Let's see. Yeah, Beam's a decent buy. If you think gaming's going to do well, then Beam is a solid gaming coin. There's another gaming coin which actually some of the members, especially Omar, were buying up in my VIP Discord today. Or not today, a few days ago. They've been going on about Guns token. Constantly going on about Guns. And Omar had insane conviction in this. And he pulled the trigger. He pulled the trigger and he bought some. He was buying some down here in the lows. He's got a very low average. So how much is he up? It's pumped crazy. Let's see. He's up almost 2x. Up almost 2x. So that's the great benefit of being in a Discord group. You know, like, you can constantly be searching for DGEN plays. And I want to see how many times he's mentioned Guns. Look at all these posts he's been doing on Guns. Where do you hold your guns? So yeah, people were bullish on Gunzilla before it went on this run. So congrats to them. I mean, Gunzilla's gone crazy. Gone crazy. What do I think of it? I'm bullish on it. I just don't have it in my portfolio, but I'm bullish on it. I think it'll do well. You should have sold half of your bags, not all. I mean, I can't tell people when they should buy or when they should sell, but there's no way I'd be selling half of my bags in this market currently. Like, we just look too primed in the medium term for me to be selling any of my bags. Like, I wouldn't be doing that. Take a look at Broke on base. Let me take a quick look at Broke. This isn't another one of those memes like that one that rugged. No, it's not. 4 mil market cap on Mexi on Bitmart. I like that. The chart looks fairly organic, to be honest. It's on base, obviously. Broke on base. People have been talking about this one for a while. I remember people shilling this to me weeks ago. Number one frog meme on base. It looks fine, honestly. It looks fine as a little DGEN play. It's not one I'd be going in really heavily into. but it ticks some of the boxes for sure as a meme. I've looked into it a little bit. It does tick some of the boxes, so it looks fine. Why do I think Say will do great? Because it's a layer 1 that's extremely fast and they raised a ton of money. If you have all those things together and it's new, I mean, it's literally destined to run. All of the layer 1s which tick those boxes last cycle, they went to crazy valuations. Okay, let's give some examples just so I'm not chatting BS. Avalanche, extremely fast layer 1, came out last cycle, went to a market cap of 30 billion. Was very well backed as well. Solana, perfect example. Layer 1 was extremely fast, still is, and it went to a $71 billion market cap. Raised a ton of money as well. So basically, all the layer 1s that raise a ton of money, they're fast, they all do well usually. Now, yes, they can crash a ton in the bear market because of how centralized they are. For example, Luna, but you want to sell before the crash. Okay, you want to sell before the crash. But to me, Say looks primed as a layer 1 to have a massive move up this cycle. And if you were buying it as low as 15 cents when I was, you're going to be killing it. Now, I was also buying it in the 20s. So full disclosure, it's not like my average is 15 cents. But if your average is in the 20s, you're going to absolutely kill it. It's going to be a great bull run for you if you're holding Say, in my opinion. It's got all the big listings, and it's got a developing ecosystem as well, with major people looking towards it as a potential chain for adoption. Okay, look at the stablecoin side of things. The first state stablecoin we're considering to use Say to build their stablecoin on. So it's clearly a fast chain if you're going to build a stablecoin on it. What about Arweave? The chart looks quite weak, but it's still a solid project. I think Morpho can 10x. Pengu is a great meme too, but would you need a dip though? Yeah, there's no way I'd be buying something that's that high personally. This is the Pudgy Penguin project, right? I would never buy a pump like this. It's just against my personal investment principles. I just don't like to buy pumps. But let's just see if it respects the fib levels at all. Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of respected the golden pocket there. So we could expect, if this is the local top, then it will probably have another retracement again. But this might not be the local top. It might keep shooting up. I mean, there's a potential double top there, right? That you got to bear in mind, or triple top, you could say. We had 1, 2, 3 hits of that level. Also, you can see we hit here. So there's a potential top formation there, unless it can get back above, maybe, and close the week above that line. If it can close the week above 17, then it's really bullish. But if it doesn't, I would be expecting some of the fib targets to potentially get hit. This morning, I sold half my Ondo. Yeah, I already read that comment earlier. Smash up them likes and check out Archie's new video on Bitcoin dominance. Absolutely. It's a very pivotal video that you need to watch if you want to truly understand what's going on with Bitcoin dominance and what it means for the altcoins. How's it going, Bren? I'd be stacking Say and Ondo, not selling it. Yeah, facts. 100%. Ondo backed by BlackRock, Coinbase, and Pantera, the biggest backers in the game. Exactly, man. Exactly. And they're acquiring companies. Like, they're acquiring their competition, basically. It's just an absolute beast in that sector. And we know now, like, RWA is now a legitimate narrative. It's no longer just merely hype and buzz. RWA is now a legitimized asset in the mainstream. Not asset, narrative in the mainstream. So you've got Robinhood tokenizing stocks. I mean, this is incredible. They're building their own layer 2, I believe, to tokenize all different stocks, not just publicly traded stocks, but also private ones, such as SpaceX And what was the other one? Trying to think. SpaceX was one of them. OpenAI was the other. So crazy. Crazy stuff. I mean, Robinhood's one of the biggest names, if not the biggest, when it comes to stock market apps. It literally, I think it's the biggest in the world, maybe. It's definitely the biggest in the US. You've got eToro, you've got Robinhood, Trading 212. They are the main investment apps in the world. And Robinhood are literally legitimizing this whole narrative of RWA. So you've got Robinhood in this narrative, you've got Ondo. I think it's going to be a big one. I think many people are sleeping on tokenization, and the best play for the tokenization narrative is without any doubt Ondo. It's the best play. Looking to put in a huge amount for a safe 3x, Ondo can be good. Yeah, I think Ondo would be great. But I never go all in, right? You should always diversify a little bit. So if you're looking for a 3x, maybe get Ondo and get Sui. Don't just go all in on one. I'd say balance it across a couple. Your brother, David Archetype, is still hiding after scamming subscribers. Bro, he's not my brother. Me and him don't get along. I don't know what you're on about him being my brother. It's utter nonsense. He is not my brother. I do not talk to him. I've seen some shady stuff go on, right? I'm not going to speak into specifics, but I've seen some shady stuff go on. And his track record is not the best as of late. So I just stay away. But yeah, what was that? What was that coin? Blaze? I mean, this chart, man. Blaze absolutely got rugged. Like, I can't even believe people bought this thing. I was telling people on YouTube, don't buy Blaze. I was literally saying it on my live stream. I was saying on my live stream and in my Discord group, avoid Blaze. It's a complete and utter scam. Be very cautious of the people talking about it. That's what I said. Be very cautious about the people talking about it because of their track records. So why are you coming into the stream calling him my brother, bro? Don't associate me with him or any of his coins. Archie, thoughts on Housecoin? Good time to buy. Has a good narrative, but sold off a lot. So let me take a quick look for you. Housecoin. So 13 million market cap. I'm guessing this is obviously RWA. It's had a big bleed out. No real structure to the chart. And it's on some decent listings, but nothing special. Let's take a look and see if they raised any money or if it's just a brokey project. Housecoin. Let's see. You can't even tell if they raised any money. But this chart, man, looks like a rug, to be honest. Looks like a slow rug. Not a big fan. I mean, it might be legit. I'll have to check the team and stuff, but that chart just slowly bleeding out forever, basically. Not a big fan of that chart, gotta say. Yeah, Blaze is a tragic project. I can't believe anyone bought that. It was literally a meme that had no listings. Okay, so if a meme has no listings, just put like $20 in, right? Just put $50. Don't put anything serious. But I heard stories, okay, people in my VIP group told me that people in Archetype's group were putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars into this meme. They were taking out loans and buying this meme because they thought they were brainwashed. They were brainwashed into thinking this was the next big 1000x meme and it was going to be the next freaking Pepe or Bonk. That's how brainwashed these people were. They thought it was going to be the next Bonk because a YouTuber told them so. You got to be very skeptical in this space, guys. I'm telling you clearly. I'm very transparent. I don't tell you a meme's going to 1000x. I say it could go to 0 or it could pump a lot. But when someone sounds like something too good to be true is being told, you need to think that it is. You need to be skeptical. I always say with the memes, right? They can go to 0, they can 50x. We don't know. But if someone's so adamant, it's going to 1000x, it's going to be on Binance, it's going to be on Coinbase, it's the next this, it's the next that. you've got to ask yourself, what are the interests that that person has with the coin? Do they own the coin? Are they the dev? Were they allocated loads of tokens? Is it a paid promotion? Do they own the whole supply? You got to use your brain and ask those questions before FOMOing into a coin that a YouTuber is shilling. And that goes for me as well. If I'm talking about a coin, you should also check it yourself. You should be skeptical. Now, obviously, I'll never tell you to go all in. I'll never say sell your Ondo for it or anything ridiculous or preposterous like that. But even if I'm bullish on something, you should be skeptical. But man, some of the things that YouTubers say, the way they steer people into coins is absolutely appalling. My bags are 70% Sui. Should I lower that and convert more into Sei and Ondo? 70% Sui. I think that's a bit overboard, to be honest, man. I'm personally an advocate for diversification. I'm hugely bullish on Sui, but I don't have more than 30% in it. I have around 30%. And I'm up a lot on it as well. So I would lower that if it was me. And yeah, I would get some Sei and Ondo. That's a pretty prudent question. But I have a look at Useless Coin. Yeah, Useless Coin went on an absolute rally. VIPs got into that one early in the DGEN chat. I mean, look at this. It's literally like the S&P 500, but ultra bullish, right? The way it looks. Just constantly up. I mean, this will have a correction at some point. Nothing continues to go up forever. But that looks insanely bullish, that chart. 275 mil market cap. Honestly, if I got in early in this, I would probably be taking some profits. I know some of the guys in my Discord, they got in at crazy prices, like down here they were buying. I think even before it was on Coin Market Cap or something they were buying. Let me know in the chat, Bren, what price were people buying Useless Coin at? But I would probably take some profits, in all honesty, if I was holding this. At least pull out your initial, because this chart just looks unsustainably bullish. It's going to pull back at some point. Like, even when the markets had pullbacks, Useless Coins just continue going up. So I'd be pretty skeptical of that, and I would probably take a little bit off the table at least. Can you check OORT? Let's take a quick look. 21 mil market cap. Chart looks absolutely horrible. Bro, this thing's down 96% in a bull market. Not in a bear market, but in a bull market, it's down 96%. I mean, what's it going to do in the bear market if it's down that much in a bull? Crazy. Sui, Sei, Aptos, all the layer ones that are new this cycle, yeah. Sui, Sei, Aptos, yeah. And Sui and Aptos came from the same team, basically. They just split off into two from the Libra project from Facebook. No, I didn't call Useless Coin, but Bren, the DGEN caller, you could say, the guy who's in there giving out DGEN calls, he called it at 21 million in market cap. And they made a ton of money. So I didn't call it, hands up, I didn't call it, but some of my senior members, some of my mods, senior members, they called it in the Discord. Brenbox was one of them. Is Sei's infinite supply a risk? I've seen projects with infinite supplies before do well, so it doesn't concern me much, to be honest. Like, it is a risk, but it's not a massive risk. What was the project last cycle? Was it Polkadot had an infinite supply? Yeah, Polkadot's got an infinite supply. Has Sei definitely got an infinite supply? Let me see. Because it says it does on CoinMarketCap, but honestly, I look more at the circulating supply and the total supply. Sometimes it can say it has an infinite supply when it doesn't. But even if it does, like, it's not a huge concern for me. Like, look at Polkadot, right? They had an infinite supply. and it still went to 53 billion in market cap. So it's something to think about, but it's not something that would freak me out personally. I have a few hundred Link worth keeping as a safe play or swap into Seonondo. I personally prefer Sui over Link. They're both around the same market cap. Sui's newer and it's a layer 1, so I would flip my Link into Sui, but Link is not a bad play at all. So I don't want what I'm saying to, you know, drastically change your strategy here. I just realized I've got like a little overlay feature where I can put the chart on the stream, the chat on the stream. Pretty cool. But yeah, Link's decent. I'm just the thing with Link, which I noticed, and I noticed this a while back, and I've told members about this for a while now. The market cap and price is a huge disparity because of dilution. Now, there's not much dilution to go, but look at this. Chainlink's all-time high is 20 billion market cap. So it's basically a 2x to its all-time high in valuation, in dollar valuation, in terms of market cap. But in terms of price, it's more like a 4 or a 5x in terms of price. So you look at the Chainlink chart, and it's very deceiving. You look at the Chainlink chart, and you go, whoa, this thing is down 4 or 5x from its all-time high. This must be an amazing buy. It's 4 or 5 times smaller than what it was last bull run. Well, yes, in terms of price, but not in terms of market cap. Why is that the case? It's because of token dilution. More tokens coming out into the supply, diluting the valuation. So that's something to bear in mind, okay? And we discuss these types of things in depth in my course, which you can gain access to if you join the bundle. Tokenomics and vetting projects. It's very, very important. People can get sidetracked quite often with things, thinking it looks too good to be true, or thinking it looks like a great valuation proposition, but actually sometimes it is too good to be true. It's not as good as it looks. So I think Chainlink will still do great. It's a genius project. It's a really important project, oracles and all of that. But I just don't think it's going to perform better than Sui, in my view, in terms of ROI. Do I think memes will continue to outperform everything? Yeah, the best memes will continue to outperform everything. But in terms of risk reward, there's going to be a lot of memes which do absolutely nothing, right? So in terms of risk reward, you shouldn't have a huge amount in meme coins. But for sure, the very best memes will outperform everything. But what are the odds that you pick the very best memes? If you're in my VIP group, the odds are much higher than average, but most people won't pick the winners when it comes to memes because they don't know how to research meme coins. I do know how to research meme coins. I made a ton of money on meme coins. Last bull run, that's where I made most of my money, was meme coins. I was flipping them. I was trading them on a site called PooCoin, which was the BNB meme coin site. I don't know if it still even exists. PooCoin BSC charts. You found all the memes on here. You found the charts and all of that. But yeah, Doji, Elon Mars, Floki, all those different memes I made a ton of money on last cycle. And I just kept rotating that money into Cardano. But I know how to research memes. Bren knows how to research memes. So if you're in the Discord, your chances of success will be much higher than average. But for most people in crypto, like if I just met a guy at a cafe and he asked me about crypto, I would just say, yeah, forget about the memes. It's too hard to find the winners. Just buy the clear winner layer ones. Buy Ondo, buy Sui, buy Sei, and you'll be fine. Just buy those, chill out, sit back, and you'll be fine. But for the people who really want to make it, the meme coins can be great for fast, quick gains. And by all means, if you have the time for it, go ahead and do it. But if someone just came to me and said, I haven't got loads of time, I need to make money in crypto, I would just simply say, stick to the clear winner layer ones, buy those, and forget about the memes. Or join my group and you can buy the memes, right? Because we're picking the winners. It's up to you what you do. Do I think Ponky can get back to its all-time high? I think it will. I think it will. Please look into Sanchan, 12 mil market cap meme that hasn't rugged. Yeah, I know this one. Appreciate your donation. Sanchan, I remember this. Someone asked me to look at this on a call ages ago. Wow, the chart is quite organic. Organic looking chart, but no listings. So this is clearly ran by a very broke team. And I don't like broke teams. I prefer teams that have money. If I'm going to invest in a company, I want the company to have some cash. Okay, think of it like the stock market. If I'm going to invest in a company in the stock market, I want that company to be liquid. I want them to have cash to fund marketing. It's the same with a meme coin. If I'm going to buy a meme, they need to have some money to throw at listings. This thing's been out now for 7 months. Not a single centralized exchange listing that has any degree of relevancy. XT.com, irrelevant. KSEX, irrelevant. Ourbit, irrelevant. No one cares about those listings. They don't raise eyebrows. No one cares about them. No one pays attention to them. If you want to get big as a meme, you need serious exchange listings. And this one does not. Now, the actual memetics of it, they seem all right. It seems like it could do well. The chart looks fine. I don't know about the name, Sanchan. It's a bit confusing. Not everyone's going to remember that. Doesn't roll off the tongue, right? But yeah, it's got a story to it, so it might do well. There's a bit of a community there, but it's not anything impressive to me. It's not getting me off my seat, that's for sure. How's it going, Second Tim? Great to see you, man. Always good to see you on the channel. Yeah, we sold our meme coins at the right time. Before they all went pear-shaped, we sold them. We made a ton of money on the memes so far this cycle. Everyone was riding them down during the tariff crash, losing a ton of money, but we saw it coming and we took some profits. Yeah, I saw Crypto Dank went through some wallets and stuff. I just didn't have the time to watch it, man, but he's got some decent stuff. Like, I'm not going to accuse that a YouTuber did actually pull the rug, because I don't know what truly happened with Blaze token, but it looks very suspicious. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, I'm not going to give out accusations and say someone did this or someone did that, but it's the rhetoric of what Archetype was saying on YouTube. Basically, this is the one. I've never been more bullish in my life. I've just seen some clips people sent me in my Discord. It's that kind of rhetoric which maybe makes you believe that he had more money in it than what some people think, right? Or more interests. But yeah, I've been in this space for a while. I know what goes on. Yes, I remember you saying avoid Blaze. Well, hopefully you did. Hopefully you listened and you didn't buy it. Yes, you're right, Archie. I remember you telling people about Blaze and Archetype. You mentioned that 3 days before the rug. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man, the voice chats are absolutely amazing in the Discord. I can't wait for the next one. We got another voice chat at the weekly close tonight. So basically every week we have a voice chat every day, but the biggest one out of the week is the one during the weekly close. Because we're all watching the chart, waiting for the weekly close, and I basically discuss the significance of it, and we analyze what's going to happen in the coming week in terms of macroeconomic data to look for, geopolitical stuff going on. It's a very very key voice call to be in, that weekly close one, at the end of every week. Yeah, I was also telling people about Mantra on the channel. I was saying, me and Brembox, we talked about Mantra weeks before it rugged. Weeks before. We were saying the chart looked highly inorganic. Because basically with Mantra, you had a project which no one really knew, let's be honest, but it was in like the top 20. So I'm like, how did this come around and it's in the top 20? No one really talks about it. No one really cares about it. Yet it just keeps pumping nonstop and it's in the top 20. Does that not raise some potential red flags? To me, it did. So I warned everyone in my Discord against Mantra. I told people on the channel as well, stay away from Mantra because it literally just looked inorganic. It looked like it was just going up only. And like I said earlier on in the live stream, when things look too good to be true, they probably are. Mantra is an example of that. Now, look, from time to time, maybe you're going to have a rug in crypto. It's going to happen, right? From time to time. I probably bought maybe 700 different crypto projects. I've had maybe one rug the whole time I've been in crypto. So I've got a fairly good track record. One in 700 of the projects I bought have actually just gone to zero, kind of like that, right? And it wasn't even a rug. It was just whales selling it. It wasn't a technical rug. A technical rug is when they basically drain the liquidity, when they stop the ability to buy or sell. That's what a true rug is when the liquidity pool is taken away. I've actually never had that. So I've never had a true rug. All the time I've been in crypto, 6-7 years, all the different coins I bought, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I've never had a rug. But I have had one or two projects that go to zero because of the insiders just selling and dumping their bags. But you have these YouTubers who have a different rug every single week. There's a brand new rug pull every single week. And it just boggles my mind how people listen to certain people. Like, I could hit my head on a wall 1,000 times and still not get rug pulled every week. I'd still be a better trader than these guys. It's incredible. Boggles my mind. Crazy stuff. Bill S. drops a donation saying, Archie did warn us about Blaze. David has vanished. Yeah. Blaze is a tragic play. But look, everyone has bad plays. For me, it's more the tone of Archetype on his channel. The way he was speaking about the coin was way too bullish. And it was a shit coin, right? Let's just be honest. So, got to call it how it is. So, don't look for shit coins. Go for say. Bro, don't worry about me. Don't you worry about me. I've got less than 1% of my portfolio in meme coins. It's just a bit of shits and giggles, you know? It's just a bit of fun. Most of my money is in quality layer ones, such as Sui, Say. Yeah, don't worry about me, man. I'm doing great. The Solana chart looks good. Yeah, it's looked good for a while, actually. Solana came down to that golden pocket that I was targeting on the chart that I was talking about with the members. Came down to that golden pocket. It's seen a nice bounce. So that was a really nice buy opportunity on Sol. Thanks for the advice, bro. Not financial advice, remember. Just my opinions. Yeah, how can you say a meme coin's gonna get on Coinbase when it hasn't even got MEXC? Like, how can you believe that, right? Like, this is why I always talk about listings. For a coin to get on Coinbase, usually it needs to have at least a few listings prior to it. It's very rare that you see a project on Uniswap only, and then it just suddenly gets on Coinbase. Like, how many times have we seen that? A project's only on Uniswap, and then just randomly it gets on Coinbase. There's some serious idiots in this space. Some serious fools. Absolute idiots. Yeah, don't even blindly follow me. I agree with that. Absolutely, man. Don't be a sheep. I don't want to attract sheep. I want to attract lions. I want to attract people who are their own people, you know? I don't just want sheep blindly following me. I want people who think for themselves and bring value to the group as well. I mean, you can follow some of the calls if you want, but I'd much prefer people to bring some of their own alpha as well. And that's where my group's very different to others, because in mine, we have individuals who have their own beliefs, their own thoughts, their own alpha that they bring to the table. In many other groups, it's just a bunch of sheep blindly following the leader. Man, so many comments. A lot of people in the stream today. Smash the likes if you're just tuning in, or if you haven't liked the stream already, please do hit the likes. Are you bullish on Brett? Yes, I am. I'm bullish on Brett, the #1 meme on base, and it's the #1 beta play to Pepe. So it's got a good kind of dynamic going for it as a meme coin. Brett's actually not a terrible buy here. I would put a buy order in at Brett around 3.8. And I'd just buy a little bit now if I wanted to get a position. So you could just put a little bit in now and then maybe a little bit in around 3.8. I think you'd be at a great entry point for Brett. But yeah, Brett's a great play for the memes. Yeah, we discussed Pengu earlier. I think the chart is kind of pumping too much. I wouldn't get in at these levels. My most invested meme is Turbo. I've got 12K in it. Really? I'm not that bullish on Turbo. I think I could think of 10 or 20 meme coins that I prefer over Turbo, but Turbo's decent. I just wouldn't have that much in it. I was heavy in Render, but you rode the downsides. Yeah, Render will be fine. Render's a fundamentally strong project, so sometimes the price action won't be great, but in the long run, it will be fine. What are your X potentials for Saiyan if Say pumps compared to other memes in other cycles? Yeah, so if Say pumps 5x, I think Saiyan will do like a 30x. So basically, whatever Say does, Saiyan will drastically outperform, in my opinion. Okay. Could it go to 0 tomorrow? Of course. It's a meme. You know, I'm not going to be one of these influencers telling you it won't go to 0 ever. It's only going to go up. I'm not going to do that. There's a chance it could go to 0, but it's a worthy gamble play. It's a worthy lottery ticket. Just like if you spend $10 on a lottery ticket, there's a chance you don't win the lottery. There's a chance you lose. There's also a chance you win big. So I would say rather than buying a lottery ticket, just buy the meme coins on Say, and it's a potential lottery ticket in and of itself. Yeah, swapping Ondo for Blaze is it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. You've got to have serious cognitive issues if you think that's a smart move. Swapping Ondo for Blaze. If you think that's a smart move, you've got to have serious issues. Aerodrome's showing a bit of weakness, but I actually think it's a decent buy here. I think it's a decent buy, actually. It's got a very nice macro chart to it. Clear resistance, clear support when you zoom out. I would put a buy order in for Aerodrome at 66 cents. Golden Pocket could get hit. Since it's dropping down now below the 0.5, I would get a buy alert in for Arrow at 66. I'd get a buy order in, buy limit. Say and Athena, both decent. Athena's just a bit of a boring play, but it does tie into the stablecoin narrative, which is going to be big. But please don't spam your comment 100 times. Otherwise, next time I won't answer it. Bullish on Hippo? Not massively. I used to be into Hippo, but I just didn't like the price action. It was just very lackluster. I expected a lot more from it, to be honest. Expected a lot more. But it did go to 250 million, but then since then it just basically went to zero. I don't know when was the last time they got an exchange listing. So for me, if I was going to buy a beta play on Sui, I would buy Walrus. That would be my beta play. I've already got a great bag of Sui, so I'm not in a rush to buy any of the beta plays on Sui. But if I was going to buy a beta play on Sui, it would be Walrus, which I think is a solid project. And it's almost at macro support. I actually sent out an alert to my mentor tier members when Walrus was down here at 3.8. I told the mentor guys, this is a great opportunity for Walrus, and it was at the bottom. Can you believe it? Seems like I'm always catching these bottoms, guys. So yeah, there's the little alert. I said, potential buy opportunity, Walrus on Sui. Added all the mentor members. So my mentor is my highest tier available. Says it in the name, mentor. You get mentorship from me. I'm allowed to help you on every step of the way. So you can see I dropped that chart, and it was literally at the support, at the bottom when that went out. So that's one of the benefits of the mentor tier. I send out opportunities of coins that I'm not even holding. So I don't even hold Walrus, right? But if I see an opportunity in a coin elsewhere, which I don't even hold, I'll notify the members and I'll bring them aware to it. Found a Solana meme. Thanks for the donation, Mac. It's called Hosiko Cat Meme. I feel I missed it. Your thoughts? Let's see. I'm not a big cat meme fan, to be honest, but we'll see. 66 million market cap. Yeah, it's pumped a lot. Considering it's got a 66 million market cap, the listings are very lackluster. I would expect a coin with this level of a market cap to at least have more than MEXC. Like MEXC is the best exchange that it has. No crypto.com, no Kraken, nothing like that. Literally just MEXC as the best one. Plus it's pumped a lot. If you really wanted to buy it, I'd be looking at maybe like 5.4, 5.5 as a buy level, but I personally wouldn't buy it. But I'll look into it a bit more at another time. I wouldn't chase the pump. People in Archie's Discord are killing it. Absolutely, man. 100%. Yeah, I'm bullish on SBX 6900. I think that'll do well. Cooler J, how's it going, man? Yeah, you don't need to DCA every day. Yeah, that's one of the biggest misconceptions, is that DCAing is the best strategy. It's absolutely not. DCAing is not the best strategy. The best strategy is buying the dips. And how do you buy the dips? You learn technical analysis. So DCAing is not a smart strategy, in my opinion. It's an average strategy. It's good for normies. Okay, it's good for average IQ people, but it's not a smart strategy. It's not a strategy for geniuses. It's just a normie average strategy. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's fine to be average if you want, but I recommend learning technical analysis, learning how to buy dips, learning how to spot opportunities through the fibs, the RSIs, divergences, and all sorts of other things. $10 donation from Londono. Appreciate that. Thank you, young sir. I'm 52 in Houston, Texas. Enjoying this cycle. Great alpha. Gracias. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here, and I'm glad you're enjoying the channel and you're getting some alpha. Appreciate it. Okay. Let me just see if I got all the donations. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, thanks for that $10 donation, man. Appreciate it. Just make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, I went through that one. Yeah, I think I got all the donations. I sell Casper to buy Say. Not at the position I'm in. I've already got a good amount of Casper and a good amount of Say, but it depends on your allocations. And talking about allocations, if you want help with setting up a good portfolio, getting your portfolio into shape, and if you want to discuss an exit strategy and get a really clear, concise exit strategy in the works, book a call. Book a call with one of my representatives. These guys are trained to go over your portfolios. They do it day in, day out. They've got a ton of experience and they know what they're doing. Okay. They've guided a ton of people already in the right direction. And you'll be able to go over all the documentations that I've created. Okay. I've created documents on exit strategy, all the different key things I'm looking at to exit, the levels that I'm going to sell certain percentages at. And you'll go over portfolio strategy as well. So I strongly recommend you book a call. You'll go through a document with one of my trusted representatives, and they're going to guide you in the right direction. And any of your questions or whatever you've got, you can point towards them. So yeah, guys, appreciate you all being on this stream. Please do hit the likes if you got any piece of value, entertainment, enjoyment, whatever from the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next.